Quick.
Thing.
Free. Waiting for. Are you fucking serious?
My hand accidentally.
Why is it waiting? Alright.
What?
Testing, testing.
Oh, it's live.
Okay, we're good. I'm gonna shut the fuck up now. Alright, bye guys.
God, I'm pinging it in the Discord. Okay. Let's wait for everybody to join in. Hold on. I should disable my watch because that's definitely gonna distract me. Okay, so we already have fans cheering on Confess. Just gonna wait until it's a little full. Okay, we have plenty of people now. Okay, guys, welcome to the live V1's Aide debate. This is not going to determine who is going to be Aide. It's going to determine basically who is more fit to be Aide, and then we're going to have the vote as soon as this is over with in the Discord. Okay, let's start by introducing each of our participants in the debate. After I will explain the rules, and then we'll begin with the 10 questions. There's only 10 questions because it's not the real debate. This is just a basic starter debate to determine who's going to be moving on to the final debate in a sense, and for Aide. And only 2 people can, out of the 4, will be surviving basically and becoming my Aide, whoever wins. Not 2 of them, just 1 of them. Now then, let's start with Shrimp. Introduce yourself.
I am Shrewmaster. I'm an Imperial Senator, Shock Trooper Captain, Magna Guard, Purge Trooper, and I'm in the 73rd Shadow Legion.
Okay, and is there one thing you're pushing for to be V1's Aide, and what kind of thing you're gonna push for? What is the one thing that you want to push for?
Respect and loyalty for V1 and GV1.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to Legacy. Same thing with you.
Alright, my name's Legacy Ion. I'm an Imperial Senator as well. I'm a Sovereign Protector Commander, and I'm also part of the 73rd, and I've been here for about a whole year.
And anything you want to push V1's Aide?
I want to push for respect, but in a different I want to push for you, and every low rank out there, because I know there's not a lot of people respecting low ranks. You know, just want to push for that.
Okay, now General Anime. Oh, I forgot
yeah, my name's Anime. I'm Brigadier General. I like anime. Pushing for V1's beautifulness, and
Be serious about this.
I am.
Okay then. And Confess, how are you doing?
Oh, what's up? My name's Confess, and a lot of you guys know me. I'm Exterminator Trooper Captain. I am the Nova Troopers. And what I'm pushing for is to make Dev-1 a better place for people to come into, and have a safe place where they can come to, and not feel obligated to do something that makes them uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay, so the debate is fairly simple. This is their names, if you're wondering. First of all, I'm going to explain how this is going to go. You're going to be asked a question that I'm going to state. Also, our special guest, if you could turn around, Aaron, is Atticus and Bren. Aaron, turn around. I think he just wants to go do something else. Okay, anyway. I guess he's just our camera for right now. So the rules are simple. Whenever I ask them a question, they have whoever come up with an answer simply presses the button, it activates, and they get to talk. And after a minute of them talking, if someone else wants to interrupt them, they have to also press their alarm after a minute. Okay, and then they can either have an argument with themselves, and it gets out of control. Then I will stop it, and then resume the first person who was talking. Each question should last a good 10 minutes or 5, no longer nor less. But if it does get long, just continue watching. They're going to be obligated to. This will be questions that will only for aides really. The advisors' questions was out because they had higher responsibilities and stuff. For aides, it's going to be fairly more simple. Okay, so let's gonna start it off. Now, as I explained the rules, it should be fair to you. Okay, this is the first question for the debate. What is the top 5 things you want to push for GEV1, and how can you make it happen? Whoever has the first question, and who is that? Okay, confess.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to push for in GEV1 is just respect for every single person in the clan and everything like that. And to make sure that happens, we can put in like laws and everything, like executive laws, I should say, that make it so that you can't, harass anybody or anything. Obviously, I know that's already a thing, but like you can enforce it more. The second thing that I think we should do is to make Jev1 better is with promotions and everything like that. I feel like we should have a more clear-cut way of going about those and everything like that, so no one gets the ideas of favoritism or bias in any way. The third thing I have to say is we need to make regiments in a way, we need to make them better and more clean and more structured and everything like that. And the clan itself, this is kind of the fourth thing, the clan itself needs to be more structured in a way where we're more ordered and everything like that. And the fifth thing, I just think that we need to have more things to make everybody have fun and actually want to be here and actually keep coming back. And I think to do that, we need to have events and do,
Minute is up. Anybody wants to interrupt him, you can do that now. Anyway, continue, Kofes. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to add on? Want to argue with him or anything? Press your alarm now if you want to do that. If not, confess. This round will be going to confess. It's not point system. It's just he's the one who spoke. Did you press your button?
No, I unpressed mine.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anime?
With what you said with the regiment, I want to add something on. So what you said with regiments, like where you said they're kind of like a bit dull and they're just like basic things.
I didn't even press it.
Oh.
I want to say like maybe like you said, make them more fun and more purpose to them instead of just ranking up and doing the purpose of that job. Maybe adding different like events to it or something like that. Just adding more to it to make it more fun with the regiments. That's what I really wanted to say.
Okay. Ion and shrimp. I think so. Okay. Okay, we're gonna move on to the second question. Now, when it comes to activity, Aide is very reliable on that. Their main key thing to do is to be active on the map most of the time. And you're gonna see a lot in the map most likely. You're gonna see anything, and your job is to report this to me immediately, not Atticus, not the guy behind Atticus, me. Now, for the debate, let's say what should I call it? We're getting raided and all this other stuff. What's the first line of action you're gonna do? And what happens if you fail at it? Okay. Confess an anime.
Oh, that was Legacy Ion.
Oh, okay. Who pressed it
Legacy
first?
was first.
It was
Legacy
Ion.
was first.
Ion was
Okay,
first.
Ion, go ahead.
Yeah.
Ion.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Alright. So the first thing I would do is, first off, I would help everyone there immediately to not prepare, but like to help defend the raid, and then right after that I would contact you and tell you who's raiding us, why, and probably why they're raiding us, but that would be a hard one to answer.
Minute is up. Confess?
No, he was before.
Oh, okay, anyway, go.
With what you said, like getting the names, also like if you can try maybe record it or take screenshots of them actually doing this to make it more evidential. Also, just letting like the people involved who help to make it more better for them, to suggest them, like they keep doing this, that they can, you know, maybe get like promotions, so to make it more fair, so they're actually helping the clan out instead of just not letting them go unnoticed.
Confess.
Yeah, I just think that like with the whole raid thing that happens. I mean, we had one with the FBI. Not bringing up any drama. I'm just stating an example. We had one with the FBI recently, and I did tell you about that and everything like that. Me and Jake handled it very well. I think that it should be the aid should help the raid as they stated, and then as like as the raid cools down and everything, then let you know so that you can take the foreign policy actions with the clan that raided or the people that raided it.
Shrimp?
The first thing I would do, like if a raid was happening, I would like alert the whoever was in the V1's server, like what's going on, what we need to do, all that stuff. And then after we had lots of guards and everybody just holding down the place, then I would try to alert you and tell like what's going on, what plan is it, what are their intentions, like if that's possible to answer.
Okay. Round goes to everybody. And anybody else have anything to say? Okay. Third question is a political one, definitely. So there's a lot of fusion going around in both with the Imperial High Command and Senate. Some senators are thinking that the Imperial High Command is lazy, and some Imperial members thinking the Senate is both stealing members from the don't press up yet, and stealing members from the Imperial High Command, and the Senate and the Imperial High Command members also thinking that the senators should be lower ranked. They feel like their senators are the Imperial High Command is more important than senators. And how do you feel like to these beliefs? Oh my fucking god. Okay, I'm gonna go with anime. Yeah, he's like the first I saw. You guys just interrupt each other after that.
Okay,
Anime.
so with the, like with like the student members, I say no to that because it's the person's choice of what they prefer. With Senate, yeah, both councils of I say are very good. That's what I say. Like they're both very good councils. I don't think one's better than the other. I don't think any are better than
Continue.
others.
Continue. You have like 30
I
seconds.
think that like all of them like equal, but like each one has their job. Each one has their purpose for the clan and to help out the clan. I don't think neither of them are lazy. It's just to carry out a job, you have to watch over everything and do everything. So it's it is a lot, but then it can be handled by all of them. As like with IHC, you have separate jobs for certain people, but with Senate, it's all together. It's that collective community. So both of them are different in a way, but they're both councils. They can be shared with each other, and people can choose what they want to be.
Okay, 1 minute is up. It's been up, but it's up to you if you want to continue. Or you guys interrupt them.
I interrupted.
Hey, go ahead.
Okay, so the IHC, as Anime said, they both have their own jobs. I personally am part of the Senate, and I have a lot of respect for the IHC and everybody, and like Morrow and every other person that's in it. Yes, there has been people like Namiko and Fruit that have came over to the Senate, and because they thought they would have better opportunity to help the clan that way. The IHC does have their role and everything like that. However, I don't think that the Senate should be low ranked or should be in any way like changed for the reason that we can't just change somebody and make the IHC higher because people want it to be higher. We have to have the structure. You know what I mean? We can't just change things because people want it to be changed because they're kind of like, I guess you can call it power hungry, but you know what? I don't really like to use that word or that phrase. Sorry, and that's all I have to say.
Anybody else?
Also I want to say as well what he said, like power hungry bit, like, and like some people like say that, oh yeah, this is higher than that, this is higher than this, like Senate's higher, IC's higher. People are like, some people would do that for power, say like, oh yeah, I'm in this, I'm in IHC, I have more power over you, I can do this, I can do that, I can do more than you. even though that's not the case. Maybe when it comes to some things, yeah, you can overrule that, you can do some stuff. But in the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you're higher or not. Like we've mentioned before, like previous questions, like, to respect everybody. Like everyone needs to be respected, and it's just like when it comes to councils, all councils need to be respected for everybody. That's what I wanted to say.
Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna go on our fourth question. So when it comes to, oh, are you about to go on to our fourth question? You can go if you want.
I was just doing something. I just got it. Basically, like, I feel like in the IHC and the Senate, like, if you can do your job well in the IHC, then it's very rewarding. I feel like it shouldn't be thought like the Senate is any better than the IHC or anything like that. That's all I wanted to really say.
Okay, make you sure. We're gonna be moving on to our fourth question. Now, so there's a public opinion of GV1 out in other clans. Some relatively good, some relatively bad. How do you think that will affect GV1 in the later future? Okay, let's confess first. You guys can talk after a minute. It was definitely I watched you.
Okay, so the thing about our public opinion about us and everything like that is, to an extent, we have to care about what other people think about us, because that affects of how many people are going to come to the clan, and how, like, let's say, like, wars and that kind of stuff, and in alliances, that's going to affect that. So I think that if we build a better reputation as being more, ordered and strict in a way, not insanely strict, that we will get more people to come and everything like that. Because right now, I've heard some things, some people say that we're, they like, you're a bad leader, which obviously is not true, but, or like the people in the clan don't respect each other and everything like that. And obviously no one likes to hear that. So I kind of want to step away from that kind of, I kind of want to step away from that and start putting a better light out to other people.
Okay, anybody else? 1 minute's up.
Alright, to add on from what you said, to respect everybody, yes, we should do that. And as well, people can't, like, if people haven't had experiences in the clan of fucked with them, made them hate the clan, then you can't say really much about it if they don't know the clan in, like, a personal or just, like, working way perspective, because they haven't, like, experienced in the clan, they haven't had any experience, they haven't done anything to make the clan hate them or them to hate the clan, because they can't say their opinion on it if they haven't really, like, had experiences with it. That's what I'm sure. That's what I have to say.
Yes.
And also, I just like to add a little bit more. I feel like a lot of the reason why, not a lot, but like a little bit of the reason why people have a negative outlook on our clan, and is because when they join the clan, they'll see that a lot of people in the clan have their own, like, cliques, like that. I feel like to make us have a better outlook to the public and everything like that, we need to be more like, like more unified and do things together, and include every single person in everything. You know what I mean? And give the people the opportunity to hang out with the higher ups and everything like that. Because I feel like right now we're way too.
I feel like the higher ups, in my opinion, I do feel like the higher ups are making connections with the new recruits and all those stuff. Definitely, I just feel like the new recruits are a little nervous. When someone comes over, it's definitely nerve-wracking to a higher up, especially when you're in the clan industry for that long. It can
Yeah,
definitely
that's why I like to make it a point to make sure everybody has a warm welcome and everything like that, so that everybody can know that they're comfortable, at least with me and everything. That's all I have to say.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just researching something. Okay, moving on to our fifth question, I believe. So when it comes to assistance to me, you do other stuff, such as, sorry, I just got a notification. You do other stuff to assist me, as talk with me about certain stuff. You're not going to make big decisions, but you are going to make small impacts, and you also do have ideas. The advisor, in a way, is much a stronger role, has definitely a lot more power, but the aide has a slight amount of power. And, it's not to be too overpowered. We got to have some more connection, but definitely it does help out. So my point is, what is some stuff that you can assist me with to better GEV1?
Oh,
Confess and Trip.
Okay, so, I mean, well, let's just start off with the whole, being an aide or any position in the clan, it shouldn't be about for having power. It should be about for helping the clan be better, and to help everybody in the clan make it a safer place. That's just, how it should be. Okay? The things that I would help you out to do if I was your aide would to notify you for raids, to help you with some decisions if you're indecisive about it and your advisor cannot help, and you and your advisor basically can't make a decision. I'd hope that you come to me and help and have me put my input into it. And that's basically in a nutshell what I would do as your aide, because I feel like that's the capacity of an aide of what they would do. That's all I have to say.
Shrimp?
So basically, like, I know the aid shouldn't be used as like bragging or anything. It just should be used and give information to you and make everything so it seems that like you can get all this information and you don't have to be there, so we can help you get the information so you can make the clan a better place.
Ion or Anime? Scared the crap out of me. Yes, Anime.
Alright, so with what they said, to help you give him information, but also, like with like the decisions, like help, like if you have struggle, I can help you, like giving him like you could like confess, like give an input on your ideas, give like an input for stuff. Also, just like being active to help you, so like you don't have to feel like you have to be active all the time or like get people to tell you stuff. When you could have an aide that would literally just like be there for you, text and just say like, hey, what's going on? Like, they can just give you all the information they need because they'll be active, they'll be on, and they'll be ready to give you whatever information will be needed on the map.
Okay. If you're calling, hold on one second. Sorry. Sixth question, and we're almost done here. Until you're gonna be short. So we're coming with the new government system, Starfighter Corp, and SIF, the redoing of the SIF. How do you think that is gonna go from an age perspective? Because now there's gonna be multiple maps they're gonna need to be on. This map is gonna be released into the main map, and there's gonna be a new map coming out. All this new stuff being added in the G1. How is this thing just gonna impact the community and yourself? It was Shrimp, definitely.
So all this new stuff is gonna impact the community because it's definitely gonna make the clan like, I feel like it's definitely gonna make it looked at like a way better place than GV1 already is, and like it will definitely make the clan like make like I make a lot of members more active and like make sure that they're always like getting in the map and like there's no like gaps of inactivity, so like GV1 looks like a way better place. So people that hate on it.
Confess? Then Anime?
Okay, so about the adding new things is really great and everything like that, and it'll give all the people that come back already in all the OG members, quote unquote, it would give them something to do and something brand new to see and do and bring life back into the clan. However, I feel like we should also have to focus on the things that we already have and perfecting them. Obviously, nothing can be perfect, but we have to work out the kinks and the stuff that we have already before we can really go and dive in deep to the other things. The other things will be really good for the clan and everything like that, don't get me wrong. However, I do think that there are some things in this clan that need to be worked out before, we fully dive into new things.
Anime?
So I wanted to say like, yeah, like I can completely agree with both people, Confess and Shrimp. But also, like, it's gonna, like I said, they're gonna give like people, new people, like more new people are gonna come and be like, all of this is new, this can be interesting, and well, maybe I can get involved to see how good this will be. And also, people can get like probably will get like bigger opinions as to the new stuff that you could add in, and like how great or good it will be, how bad it will be. It's gonna give people more opinions on the clan. Can be a positive, but could be a negative impact as well for both.
Alright.
Oh shit. So I want to add on. So from an age perspective, I would see it as mostly just helping not only the low ranks but also the no ranks into like merging with all this new stuff and showing them through and just yeah, that was basically it. Just to help
Okay.
all the new people migrate to this new system and the current people and to help monitor
We're on our seventh
all these
question,
new.
right?
Unpress your brain.
Yeah, you're on the seventh question.
Okay. Okay. So I need to see the number. So, since GV1 does have a few enemies that come frequently visit, not mans per se, but definitely people who have the power to do some stuff, such as raiding the server constantly, harassing me and other people, for example, Dachi, and this, of course, we're gonna have enemies all around, and enemy clans does not help that also. So how do you think this is gonna impact GV1 further? Because don't press them on zero. Don't press them on zero. It's not done. How do you think this is going to impact G1 further? Because they're clearly not stopping. They've been going at this for a month. And how do you think what way should we take this in a sense? Okay, Ion, Confess, Shimp, Anime.
Okay, so the way I think this will impact things is that once the new stuff comes, it's gonna make a slight impact because they will see that all this new stuff has appeared, and they will try and find a chance to ruin it, such as raiding and all that stuff. But as long as we keep a high maintenance over the new maps, I think it will go pretty well. If we just keep a high maintenance and look out for all of those people who want to like raid the clan and stuff. Yeah.
Confess?
Okay, so for like raiders and everything like that, and our enemies of our clan and all that kind of stuff, I feel like we should definitely take the high road on these things and not stoop down to the level. If we stoop down to the level, that's just create more drama, and then it's like an endless cycle. If you stop the drama from your side, you're the first one to stop it. And then they just look like the bad guys. You know what I mean? And then they can't tell us that we look like the bad guys if we're stopping it. You know, understand what I mean? And then
Some stuff
have you
that, not to interrupt you, for all single individuals that are been raiding us and doing that stuff, we're mostly the ones who are ignoring them, such as, well,
Mhm.
every single situation now we have been ignoring them.
So,
Continue.
for the new maps and for the new map and everything like that, I think that it'll show that the raiders that we really don't care about their attempts. You know, that it's not affecting us. You know, we're still progressing, we're still developing, we're still doing everything we can to make our community better. And them doing what they're doing is not affecting us. And we just got to show them that. And then maybe they'll stop one day. And if they don't, then we just deal with the situation when it happens, you know? And we deal with it,
Sure.
very quickly and promptly.
I think like as long as GV1 and all the members stay strong and we don't like intentionally try and anger all the enemies and raiders and stuff like that, as long as we stay strong and all that, then we can then it will just and we focus on us, then it will just show the raiders like that we really just don't really care, like, and they might just get like they'll just get kind of bored, like constantly trying to raid and like trash talk us, but at the end of the day it's like they're not really doing anything to us if we stay strong.
Anime.
Wanted to say as well, like, we need, like, all our, like, troopers and higher-ups and mods and stuff to, like, take it seriously and not, like, mess around in situation or lose confidence in themselves in situation. because then when we start to lose confidence and when we start to not take it seriously, they're going to grow a bigger impact and a bigger like bad influence towards everybody, and then it just starts to make the server go bad. That's what I had to say.
Okay. Number 8 question is pretty simple. It's kind of like number 7. So hypothetically, there's gonna be, it doesn't matter now or future, there's gonna be some clans. We're gonna be doing this for a while, obviously. We're just went this far. We're gonna keep on going. There's gonna be some clans in the future that are gonna progressively try to raid us and try to start as much beef. And sometimes you can ignore that. Sometimes you need to fire back. What would be the best cause of action? You're not the war/raid manager, but what do you think the ideal plan would be to be? Okay, I saw Shrimp and Confess, so I'm gonna go
I can go
Shrimp, then
first.
Confess, then Ion.
So basically, if like we all know that we're not like it isn't our entire responsibility for all these clans raiding us, but anything little to help the clan out will help because just these little additions to like help the clan out and alert them on all this stuff will help out in the future. So we
What are you
can
talking about? I'm very confused.
oh um
Huh?
like can I just think about this a little more?
Yeah, Confess.
Okay, so with the whole like enemy clans or people that are trying to demonize us, I think the best course of action to stop that or to confront it is to not demonize them back, because that makes, like I said in the previous question, that makes us look like we're the bad people or we're part of the problem because we're demonizing them as well. We're stooping down to their level. What I think we should do is, have a meeting in a way, or meet with the leaders and try to solve this diplomatically and everything. Which I know it's been done in the past and everything like that.
Confess. The answer to the question was, that is a good answer, but the question was, what would be our best plan of action
Yeah,
if
to
that is not
have
the...
a dip
I
to
mean, in
to
a sense,
combat
that is the
anybody
right
trying
answer,
to.
but it's not the answer I'm looking for. Maybe they're looking for that. That's just not the answer I'm looking for. But you can continue. You have to say anything.
Yeah, so I mean, the question, the way I heard the question was that, what are we going to do with like say like a clan that's demonizing us or trying to raid us or trying to make us look bad and everything like that. How do we
They're just
solve that
doing
problem?
everything in their path to basically end us. There's
Yes, but
sometimes,
you're saying,
in my eyes, there's sometimes in a situation where we have to fire back, which I don't like it as much as you do, but...
yeah, so like me myself, I'm very like a passive person. I like to talk things through rather than, let's say like TIG Anime's clan decided to raid us, which they obviously wouldn't, but I wouldn't like us to raid them back because like I said, that just has an endless cycle of raiding and war and all that kind of stuff, and it causes problems. However, if you were to sit down with Anime and talk things through and have a pact and all that kind of stuff, then that's probably a better way to go than to, start with more problems and violence.
Anime or Ion?
Oh, yes.
To be honest, everything I would have said has already been said. So
Ion
I've got nothing to
was,
say.
talking.
Okay. So, as a plan of action, or one I would suggest is that first we should probably, heighten our defenses, as they will probably raid, most likely. And then a second plan of action would be to, well, not second plan, but the next step would probably be to get in contact with the clan and set up a meeting to see why they're raiding us and how we could solve this problem. And I think Nasu, and then I think we should also show that, and if they're reading us for a bad reason, like going to war with us for such a weird and unusual reason, then we should probably get the word out about how to watch out for this clan in general, like to our allies. Because sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes at a war, they will most likely, well not most likely, but sometimes they will go after our allies. So we should just warn them as well. So,
Shrimp.
that's it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure on this one. I think I'm gonna
It's fine.
skip.
This question was not a really good hit. It had that much answers, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nice
Anime?
answers. Don't, if like it was a war or like a bad reason why this is happening, don't show weaknesses or like don't show any like just get basically the people you trust and gather them to help you. That's what I say.
Okay. Number 9 and 10 are going to be the most difficult questions in my opinion. So when it comes to the teams in GV1, they're going to play a crucial part. And one of the members did go corrupt, such as media team or anything like that. What would be the best course of action? Ion?
So the best course of action would be to find out who else they had this corruption in. Like, say they were doing corruption, but there was someone else, but we do not know. So that would be a good thing to have an investigation on them, seeing how far this corruption spread, and to see what happened and how it started in the first place. And then to also scout at the other teams to make sure the corruption didn't spread that far.
Okay. Anime?
Okay, so with someone who's corrupted, I would say first of all, stop them. Make sure they have no access to anything. Make sure they're not in power, basically. Then I would like start to like he said, investigate. Start to get people who they've spread this to, people who they're trying to make corrupt. Basically, just try to stop them from spreading corruption into the clan. Make sure that everything is like done and dusted, and that nothing can happen for the future.
Okay. Anything else to add on, boys?
I would like to add as well. Can I add? And also to warn any other clan that this person has been. Say they were in more than one clan and they corrupted in this clan, it would be a good thing to warn any other clan that they have done corruption and it might be happening in their clan. So just to give the other clans a heads up that hey, this dude's like being very corruptful and he's committing a lot of corruption. Just keep a watch out on him, or maybe even just ban him at that point and kick him out.
Okay, last question. Trying to remember what my question was. Hold on. Okay, this is a fairly simple but medium one. When it comes to members who are gonna about to be on the watch list or breaking a lot of rules, you see them in the Discord breaking a lot of rules constantly. What would be the best course of action for that territory, despite them being your friend or any hold on. Despite them being your friend, any connections with them, what would be the best course of action other than kicking them? Okay, there was a lot of button pressing. Anime, Ion, then Shrimp. If
Okay.
you press it, you'd be last.
Okay. So so with this person, I would because we like as we have like a system, goes through like warnings to demotions to lots of certain things. So I would go through that system, but if it's like to the point where it's that bad, like where people constantly reported, everyday reported, like literally like just every higher up is complaining about it, it would get to the point where they would have to like probably get removed from the clan or get removed from their perms and like restart or just teach them a lesson of why this is not acceptable for this sort of clan and why they should not do this in the future.
Okay. So I'd like to add on to that if it's my turn. Is it my turn? Alright. So I'd like to add on to that. So probably in the beginning, if they're getting a lot of reports and stuff, I would probably give a friend-to-friend conversation like, hey dude, this is not right. You should probably just stop. You should stop before this gets any worse. And even if they're a long-time player, just tell them like, look how far you've gone. Do you really want to mess all this up at this point? Like, sure, it's just a game, but come on, you've been here for so long, if they're a long-time player, and like, I don't know if you really want to mess that up right now, like how far you've gone, and then if it continues going, then you'd have to sever the friendship, possibly, maybe if it gets that worse, and just have to accept that they have gone down the wrong path, and like Anime said, just have to ban them.
Shrimp.
Yeah, sort of like what Ion said, like I would try and like talk with them and like try and help them set themselves up for like success and not like lose all the hard work they've done. And like if it gets bad though, like whoever they're having beef with or like if it's another thing, like just make it so like there can't be stuff that's like they can't make it so like they try and so like they can't do what they're constantly doing on the reports, like try and help them out with that situation so that they can get better with whatever they're getting reports on.
Confess.
So as Anime said, and as Legacy and Shrimp have stated, that it is situational, depending on their transgression that they do, like say like they ban somebody that they shouldn't have or something like that, or if they're just talking, if they just have something small, I think it should just be a small repercussion. If it's something big, then it should be a much larger repercussion, such as a ban, a temp kick, anything like that, a suspension, if you would. Um, I have had to deal with my friend actually being, breaking rules and everything like that and getting punished, and I was totally okay with it. I was all for him getting punished, and you know him by Dan and all that kind of stuff. He's broken rules and everything like that, and I've been advocating for him to get punished because what he deserves for breaking the rules. So I think that um, there should be no favoritism, anything like that. If no matter who does the thing, it could be Atticus that does something bad, and she should still get punished, or he should still get punished the same as anybody else would, in a certain way. Like if it's bad enough, of course.
Yeah, because if it's like a small misdemeanor, such as like a one-time RDM, then of course we're gonna let Atticus off the hook, such as like
Yeah.
anybody else. But if this is like Atticus, not saying he would do this, prone to server or something like that, like something really bad,
Mm-hmm.
then they will. Obviously, the first thing is gonna come to mind is questioning for the command, all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any last statements before we end this?
Say like sometimes when people like do bad stuff and break the rules, I know some higher ups they would like let them off the hook. Like even if it was like really bad, there are some people who just try and get away with it and say like, oh yeah, this one time I'll let you off. Just like go off, like just don't do it again. Or like you need to make sure that like those people don't get involved with their friends in situations because they will also try to like stop like other people from trying to stop them from breaking the rules. If that makes sense.
Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna have a bonus question. Overall, what is the future what is the dream future for GV1 in your confess?
Okay, so the dream future, in my eyes, and I've actually talked to Namiko and a bunch of other members about this. I like to gain how other people are feeling and what they actually want to, incorporate into our clan. And I feel like my dream future for GEV1 is some place where people, like I've said in other questions, people can come to and be safe. Come home from school or whatever they're doing in their day, and come home and just chill with people who have, like-minded interests. My GEV1 My ideal GE1, I should say, is a place where there's no hate or anything. Obviously, we're going to get that, but I mean, we can work towards lessening that, the impact of that hate or that drama or anything like that. That's my ideal GEV1.
It was anime and shrimp next.
Um, so my LG, I would say, is
Sorry.
making people come to like a place like Confess said, a safe and fun place where they can come on, do their job, do their duty, help out the community, help out the clan, and do what they're basically meant to do, and just hang out, you know, hang out with their friends, do their job, make sure no one is breaking the rules. It's a safe and fun community. Nobody is breaking any rules. Nobody's, you know, making like bullying or like, you know, making fun of each other or just hurting each other in a way. So we can all be together and like be a closer community as GV1. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, so basically, like, kind of like anime, you can mess, like, they can just chill, relax, but, like, at the same time, have, like, make it, like, actually, like, a Star Wars GV1, like, make it the game at the same time, so, like, you can chill and play the game, like, how it should be played, all at the same time, with, of course, like, no toxicity or any of that stuff, or nobody hurting each other.
Okay. I think that's it. Any more statements? Okay. I'd like to thank everybody who watched this. If you're still watching, thank you. The vote will be continue shortly. Anything last things you want to say? It can be literally anything. Mature and mature.
I love you people. I see everyone. I love you.
Hi,
I like
Mum,
to
on
thank my
camera.
mom, my dad, my little brother. I like to thank them all for giving birth to me.
I want to say hi to Namako and everybody that's been by my side
Oh
the
yeah,
entire time in
I
the
want to
team.
say, I want to say hi to Ghost. Ghost, he might have done some bad stuff, but I like to say hi to him. And then who else?
I want to say hi to Enderplus. I don't know if you're
Vaughn,
there,
if you're
but
watching. And then Kane, you're watching.
Cut it. Cut the live stream. Cut it.
I
And
also
then
want to say thank you to everyone.
love you,
thank
Mum.
you to
Hi, Mum.
everyone. I love
you, Mum.
everyone.
Bye, Mum.
Okay, you can cut it.
Love
Yeah.
you, V1. Love you, V1. Love you.
Love everyone.
Love